What's up, guys? This is Stephen Jeffrey of SJ Relics. I'm coming to you today to share a recent leather project that I had the honor of working on for Wicked Blades, Mangus Williams. For those of y'all that are unfamiliar with Mangus or Wicked Blades, he is a EDC and knife channel based out of California. Mangus is really rising in the community. He's got a great channel. He's just getting started, getting going, but he's been a part of the Civivi traveling knife. He does the typical, the things we enjoy doing as far as going to pawn shops and antique stores and kind of sharing his collection and what he's found. And I highly recommend going over and giving him a sub and watch some of his videos and content, and if you would, just comment on those, help drive that algorithm that helps us small channels, and I include myself in that, to drive the algorithm and get our content out there, and also just build the channel, because ultimately what we do, we want it to get out there and be seen. But anyway, check him out. Great guy. Been a great guy to work with. That said, he commissioned me to do a couple of slips, and one was my pretty standard Stephen Jeffrey, the Indian with the name. I did Wicked Blades here. This is not his slip. This is something that I finished up last night. But anyway, it was my standard thing. And of course, this was around the same time that I did the slip for Michael of Make Cutlery Great Again. And Michael really challenged me in that, because he asked to do a maker swap. And when we do that, it's not like, hey, let's try to outdo one another or whatever. But Michael, being the leather worker that he is, I mean, if anybody has seen him, his stuff is real deal. I consider him a real leather worker. It's just, he is upping his craft and his design to a next level. And so I was a little bit intimidated, not in a bad way, because Michael's he's just a very kind-hearted guy, and he very generous, very, just an awesome guy. Anybody who's seen his channel, seen his work, just knows what kind of a guy he is. But it really challenged me to kind of step up my game. That said, I'm not a leather worker. I mean, I work in leather. I dabble in leather. I get called a leather worker many times, and I'm glad to do that. But that said, I'm not one that kind of has studied. I kind of fall into things. I try things out and see what happens. And I've learned so much from different folks in the community, and it's been a challenge. And of course, Big Jim, and of course, Kevin Stubbs says, get in where you fit in. And so far, the leatherworking thing is kind of where I've fallen into the community, and I'm gladly doing that, and accepted that challenge because it's fun. But at the end of the day, I'm just a dude in my shed having fun, enjoying my knife collection, and sharing my passion for just making things, creating things, and redoing old knives and collecting. Same thing. We're all same passion and enjoyment. We all, have a common interest in, and I'm not saying that very well, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, Mangus commissioned me to do this slip. It was an honor. It was a privilege, and it was a challenge. So he is going to do a reveal on it, which by the time you see this video, he will already have shown it on the channel. And definitely go over there and just support that and check out his video. For kicks, because you're going to see the real slip, and it's good, even by my standards. It's kind of one of those things like, man, that turned out pretty cool. But I just want to give you a laugh. So when I do my slips, this is leather. This is like 6-ounce leather. You know, and so this is how it starts out. And you know, I cut pieces off of this, and you know, buy a new roll, and that is step one in the leather making process. Step two is I make these blanks where I cut them on the bandsaw and I glue them together. And this would be for a full-size trapper. And of course, this is just roughed in, has had nothing done to it yet, other than it's been glued. So I'll stamp it and, you know, do the holes, sew it, you know, do all the dyeing. Still a lot of finishing work on this. That was the thing with Big Jim's slip, the elephant slip. Though I showed the video of kind of how I did the elephant, I did that elephant twice. One was on a scrap piece of leather to make sure I could do it. The second one was the actual real thing. And then I had to do the second side a second time because I made a boo-boo in it. So I didn't show all that on the video, but that slip took a long time, and it's really not because it takes that long, but between the filming and then of course me being a novice, it just took a while, and I wanted it to be right. But anyway, I'm going to show you this one because you're going to see the other one. So I just wanted to give you a laugh. So this was Mangus. If you're watching, that was the first go at it. And of course, I haven't painted this. This is a half side. So this was the second side, because what this slip was going to be was sewn all the way around, just like this one. I don't know if you can see that. I want it to be full sewn around. This is for a stockman. Kind of antique, kind of pumpkin seed look. I was thinking about a case pumpkin seed box. But anyway, you know, this is half sewn with a folded over leather. So I wanted to do a full sewn for a full-size trapper. And it was going to be these sides. And this was the outline of the eagle. And then I was going to go in and start doing the tooling. And anyway, I thought, man, this just kind of stinks. So I'm going to finish this one at a later date for myself. But without further ado, I'm going to show you some footage of the final part of the slip, of it after it's tooled, and it going through the painting and dyeing process, because I mix acrylic paints and leather dye is what you're seeing. So all the dark stuff, all the shadows, that's all leather dye. All the light bits are acrylic paint, and of course I treat the leather prior to doing the acrylic paint, so it will take, and of course all paint's going to wear on leather, but the hopes that it will last for a while. That said, check out this footage. Anyway, quick, what you toting today? I'm at work, so I wear black at work, so here's my 2008 Case Jack. I got this at a local pawn shop years ago, shortly after this knife was made. Anyway, I've toted it a bunch. It's that black Delrin. I used to swing through Charlotte with the band that I was with, and every time I hit the Cabela's there in Charlotte, I would always sharpen it on a knife sharpener there. And then this is a 1989. It's I don't know if you can see it. It's a Case. Try and get that tang stamp to focus. It's an 89 Case slimline trapper. This thing was sharpened to death. This was, of course, not my knife. The shield's missing. It had a broken tip. I got it really cheap at a pawn shop, like $8. I did straighten the blade out because it had the smile where it was done on a sharpener, and it had a broke tip. But it is actually razor sharp now. I did thin the blade out a bit because it was just so worn, but I didn't want to let it go for $8. But yeah, 1989 Slimline Trapper. That was the year the Hurricane Hugo hit Charleston, and I just really remember that year, sleeping through that storm. But anyway, check out this slip, and y'all have a wonderful day.